Hello everyone, you are welcome to this channel. Today in this video I am going to show you how to protect your computer from hackers, spyware and virus. There are top 21 tips. So you will learn 21 tips in this tutorial. First tips: install, update and use antivirus software. Installing antivirus software may sound like an obvious first step to protect against malware, but not everyone bothers to do it with so many options now available. Though there really is no excuse, Microsoft offers its own free protection in the form of the Windows Defender Security Center. Alternatively, BT Virus Protect is available free to BT broadband customers. Check out the box below to find out more in our website article. Once installed, it's vital to regularly update your anti-malware software's database and run system scans at least one a month. There are numerous ways to protect and remove malware from our computers. No one method is enough to ensure your computer is secure. The more layers of defense, the harder for hackers to use your computer. Here are 5 simple but critical steps to protect your computer. Install Firewall. Install antivirus software. Install anti-spyware software. Use complex and secure password. Check on the security settings of the browser. Second tips: destroy all tracks of your personal info. On hardware you plan on selling, consider using DBAN to erase your hard drive. For those looking to peeling your recycled devices, this makes information much more difficult to recover. In the information you'd like to protect is critical enough, the best tool for the job is a chainsaw. Third tips: don't use open Wi-Fi. It makes it too easy for hackers to steal your connection and download illegal files. Protect your Wi-Fi with an encrypted password and consider refreshing your equipment every few years. Some routers have value vulnerabilities that are never patched. Never routers allow you to provide gates with segregated wireless access, plus they make frequent password changes easier. Fourth tips: keep Windows up to date. Hackers often discover new ways to bypass Windows built-in security features, which is why Microsoft issues small operating system updates every Tuesday and larger updates once or twice a year. These will be downloaded and installed automatically by Windows Update, but only if this feature is properly configured. Window update can't be switched off by default in Windows 10. You should be receiving updates already. However, if you would like to check for a new update, search Windows Update from the Start menu and click Check for Updates. Tips 5. Install only trusted software. If you are not sure what a piece of software does from its name, then don't install it. Also, don't install anything you didn't intend to install in the first place. Sometimes programs will ask you to install other programs during the install of the original application. Be careful of that because it's usually spyware. If you are installing software from big names, sites like Microsoft or Adobe, you are good. For anything else, you should first get it scanned. The easiest way to do this is to use an online tool like VirusTotal, which lets you upload a file for scanning or lets you enter the URL you want to check. Tips 6. Turn on the Windows Firewall. Windows has a built-in firewall that protects your PC from unwanted attention via the internet. This software firewall is enabled by default and works alongside any hardware firewall that's built into your home broadband router. Firewall that's built into your home broadband router. Check its setting by typing Check Firewall in the Start menu, search box, and choosing Check Firewall status from the results. Three green tick marks mean the firewall is working normally. If not, select each one to turn the firewall on. Tip 7. Keep sensitive data off the cloud. No matter which way you cut it, data stored on the cloud doesn't belong to you, says Taggart. There are very few cloud storage solutions that offer encryption for data at rest. Use the cloud accordingly. If it's important, don't. Tips 8. Use the latest version of your web browser. Web browsers are vital applications, but just like other software, they can contain bugs. Hackers are quick to capitalize on these and create bugs are in fact genuine websites with data designed to exploit them. Once a web browser has been compromised in this way, a hacker can monitor everything you type, including passwords to credit card numbers. That's why it's vital to use the latest version of your web browser. Anything other than this may be a security risk. Internet Explorer is on its way out to make way for Microsoft Edge, so don't expect to use that forever. Edge, like Google Chrome and Firefox browsers, should automatically update themselves. Tips 9. Use complex and secure passwords. The first line of defense in maintaining system security is to have a strong and complex password. Complex passwords are difficult for the hackers to find. Use a password that is at least 8 characters in length and include a combination of numbers, letters that are both upper and lowercase, and a special character. Hackers use certain tools to break easy passwords in few minutes. One recent study showed that a 6-character password with all lowercase letters can be broken in under 6 minutes. Tips 10. Avoid P2P file sharing software. If used with great caution, P2P software is quite useful for movies, songs, and software. But if you are not very technically savvy, you might end up downloading a song that has a keystroke longer attached to it that will send anything you to type to some other computer or the internet. It's almost impossible to tell that this is occurring unless your antivirus or anti-spyware programs pick it up in their scans. If you don't know what you are doing, don't try to torrent. Tips 11. Don't fall for phishing emails. Emails that appear to be front a recognizable online service asking you to log into a site to confirm some personal details are always fake. These emails are usually caught by your email application's spam filter, but if one does slip through and you click its link, your web browser should detect and block the site it tags you to. This does depend on your web browser being aware of the fraudulent site, though, which is another good reason to always use the most recent version. 12 tips. Check on the security setting of the browser. Browsers have virus security and privacy settings that you should review and set to the level you desire. Recent browsers give you ability to tell websites don't track your movements, increasing your privacy and security. Tips 13. Sending a pattern here. Create difficult passwords and change them frequently. In addition, never use the same password across multiple services. If that's painful as a stake to a vampire's heart, use a password manager like LastPass for extra hacker protectant. Ask about two-step authorization. Several services have only recently started to offer two-factor authorization, and they require the user to initial the process. Trust us, the extra friction is worth it. Two-factor authorization makes taking over an account that much more difficult, and on the flip side, much easier to reclaim should the worst happen. Tips 14. Use the Windows malicious software removal tool. If you suspect your PC has scammed to malware and your antivirus and your anti-malware software doesn't detect it, there are two steps to take. The first is to download and run the Microsoft malicious software removal tool from the Windows Download Center. This will detect and remove specific types of malware and is very simple to use, although it isn't a replacement for a full anti-malware application. Tips 15. Install anti-spyware software. Spyware is a software program that collects personal information or information about an organization without their approval. This information is redirected to a third-party website. Spyware are designed in such a way that they are not easy to be removed. Anti-spyware software is solely dedicated to combat spyware. Similar to antivirus software, anti-spyware software offers real-time protection. It scans all the incoming information and helps in blocking the threat once detected. Komodo-free antivirus comes with spyware protection built in. Tip 16. Still infected, use a boot CD. Some malware can hide within Windows and make itself difficult to detect and remove. If you own anti-malware software and the Windows malicious software removal tool fail to shift it, you'll need to download and burn a free anti-malware boot CD. Refer to your computer's manuals for instruction on how to boot from a CD, as the process varies from manufacturers to manufacturers. Tip 70. Delete unknown emails. If you receive emails from random people, don't bother to open the email. Just delete it. If you have any doubts after reading the name and the subject, it's probably not someone you know. Never download or open attachment unless you are sure it's from someone you know. Give the person a call quickly and ask them. If you are not sure, most large companies that you create online accounts with will not send you attachment unless specifically ask for them through their website. Also, be wary of any emails from sites pretending to be banks, auction sites, etc., asking for you to verify bank account info or address info. No bank ever does that. Also, hackers try to prey on your emotions. If you something sound too good to be true, you owe someone money or free vacation, it probably is. Secondly, if you get any email from the IRS or police or a lawyer or anyone else trying to scare you, don't panic and start giving out information. They are usually scams because no official agency emails people about serious issues. Tip 13. Practice smart surfing and emailing. Hackers have become much cleverer than that Nigerian prince who needs your money. hover over links to see the actual email address from which the email was sent. Is it really from the person or company claiming to send them? If you are not sure, pay attention to awkward sentence, construction and formatting. If something still seems fishy, don't do a quick search on the internet for the subject line. Others may have been scammed and post about it online. Tips 19. Come up with creative answers for your security questions. People can now figure out your mother's maiden name or where you graduate from high school with a simple Google search. Consider answering like a crazy person. If Bank of America asks, what was the name of your first boyfriend, girlfriend? Reply, your mom. Just don't forget that's how you answered when they ask you again. Tips 20. Be careful what you attach to your computer. This is the more common way to transfer virus than you might think. Everyone now has a USB flash stick that they carry around on their keychains, ready to snap into any computer. But who knows what viruses are on your friends' computers and what accidentally got transferred to their USB sticks. A lot of virus programs will auto-launch right when the USB sticks is put into the computer, so you don't even have to open or download any of the files to be infected. Tips 21. Use two-factor authorization. Many online services now allow you to enable two-factor authorization, which means you'll need to type in a code in addition to your password when logging in. This makes your account much more secure, even though it adds a bit on inconvenience. You should enable it on all the major services like Facebook, Google, Apple, Microsoft, etc. And check out my article on setting up two-factor authorization and properly configure it. So friends, this is some tips. I hope you like this video, and if you like this video, so please hit like button, share and subscribe this channel.